That's my era. That's exactly what I was thinking about when I put this on.
Of course you
I
are.
was trying to figure out what my era was, and I think that's what it is. Take a look at the forecast. Now, we've got a pretty hot one. If you're visiting with us from someplace else in the country, and maybe you're here for the Eras tour, we're not typically this hot this time of year. We can be because we've got records that are a little higher. We're typically in the upper 70s, but we've got highs in the mid 80s heading into the weekend, even into today, 84 degrees. So it's going to be warm. We've got all of the cool, dry air well to our north. We've got a cold front trying to move in, but at this point, it looks like it's not going to push any of this moisture out of here. In fact, this surface high moved to the east overnight, and that's what's bringing in the dew points, kind of making them a little higher than yesterday, and that's why we're seeing a little patchy fog. So heads up if you haven't left the house yet, seeing a little bit of patchy fog there around Slidell into Galliano now, and in between my sensors you could see some walls of patchy fog. But you'll note here that it's the densest in the west, so west of Baton Rouge and into Morgan City. So if you're traveling in that neck of the woods this morning, you're going to run into that wall of fog, and that's where we have our dense fog advisory. Now, as we see the daytime heating, we'll start to see that fog lift. And you can see here this afternoon, the warmest times of the day will be around 1 to 3, 4 o'clock. You'll hit those low to mid 80s with a lot of sunshine. So if you're spending some time outdoors, you're not going to get a lot of shade breaks from any passing clouds here. We're talking full sun and full late October heat. There's where all the cold air is. That is still up into the north, up into Canada. It doesn't look like it's going to make its way to us anytime soon. There's a trough moving through the eastern United States heading into early next week, and we are still under the influence of this ridge of high pressure. This will continue to linger into the first part of next week, but it pushes to the east, and I'm watching a trough that will develop in the west, and still a lot of the cold air wants to stay to the north, but it's going to push in chances for some rain. We'll also see a little help from a southerly flow here as that high pushes off towards the east, but nonetheless, this is our next best chance for rain, and by the time we get here, I think we'll be at about day 26 or so without rain, so we certainly need it. We're at day 21 right now. But you see the Climate Prediction Center is already seeing that chance for some rain, so upping our odds here heading to around Halloween and just after. But in terms of the real fall cold front weather, that's not coming anytime soon. That same time frame, we're still looking at temperatures well above average. I think it's not until we get into maybe the second week of November, I'm seeing hints of maybe a true fall cold front